How you doing, YouTube? Welcome back to This Ain't My Life. I wanted to take a little bit of time in this episode to talk about overcoming obstacles and situations in your life, but more so like in the aspect of how your life, your situations, wherever you're going through in life, your story is so unique to you. And a lot of times we don't understand just truly how unique our stories are. And we try to get those stories to fit into like what everyone else is going through and what everyone else's story is. But your story is just too unique. It's too unique for you to try to get everyone else to understand what's going on with you, trying to get everyone else to just co-sign all the things that are happening to you in your life. And although your life, it could be a mess right now, a lot of things could be, out of order, there's a specific unique or uniqueness to that chaos. That chaos is there to bring about the best version of you. But because you're in the universe's classroom right now, so you don't understand everything that's going on. So just going through it is difficult. It's hard. It's challenging. And there are a lot of things that you just don't understand at this point right now in your life. I went through that same journey. And, I mentioned it. If you go back and look at some of my early videos, I mentioned about what I went through and how it was a catalyst there to propel me to get into the space that I'm in now. I'm usually a private person. I don't really like people knowing what I'm going through, what my situations are. I feel like if I go through something and I don't deal with it and I don't address it, especially the appropriate way, then I feel like I'm at fault. Like I'm the one that needs to do better. I'm the one that needs to change this situation. I don't need to cry about it. I don't need to, just be trudging along. I need to figure this out. But there are times in your life where chaos comes and you can't figure it out. You have no answers. You just don't know what's going on. And I reached that point in my life. I reached that point where it was like I couldn't figure it out. I was just being bombarded and bombarded and bombarded by situations, and it took a lot of development. It took a lot of answers from the universe for me to really just understand what all of that was. And if you're really trying to understand what I'm talking about, the best way for you to get into that is to go get the book, This Ain't My Life. It's available on all platforms. And when you get that book, This Ain't My Life, you're going to read some of the most heartfelt and just challenging situations and challenging stories that a person can go through. And for most people, it would have been something to either put them in a crazy asylum or, you were just in your life. Like, you just couldn't endure it. You couldn't go through it. And I often asked why, did I have to have my daughter that I had custody of? Why was she sexually assaulted? Why was I in a shelter with my children? Why did my father at a specific point in his life decide that, he needed to abandon his family? Why and why and why? The situations just keep going and going and going. And so it kind of puts you into a rabbit hole. But that rabbit hole, everything that you're going through, that's there as a design to propel you forward, to get you stronger. I have a podcast topic where I talk about copper, bronze, and gold. And in that, you learn what you are. It's only through those critical moments that you really learn truly who you are. Because you might think you know who you are, But you only know who you are when you're faced with that adversity, when you're faced with the most troublesome times of your life. But those troublesome times don't mean you're supposed to stay there. That doesn't mean that's the point where you just lounge out, right? You just stay at that point because you can't figure it out. No, it's very important that you get up. It's very important that you seek help. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm here to offer that help because there are so many men that are going through situations, they're going through hardships, and they're going through it silently. They're going through it with no one's supposed to know. It's only supposed to be you that go through it. And, this leads to a lot of problems. This is why men, we have the hypertension. We lead with hypertension. This is why men are depressed and they're walking around functionally depressed. And men are having all of these emotional problems. We're not connecting emotionally to anyone. We have so many problems and ailments that cause us health problems, cause us to actually enter into the state of disease, that we're not understanding why all of this is compacting our lives. And I'm here to let you know that it's happening because we haven't filtered through a lot of traumas. We haven't filtered through a lot of obstacles and setbacks that we encounter in life. And so when you're able to talk with someone, where you're able to deal with someone who can help you through that and can help you unpack it, like help you understand like what all of that is, then that's when that door opens, right? That's when you have that aha moment. That's when things begin to get a little more clearer. And you can stop now just thinking about your problem, and you can start looking at how you can overcome those problems and how you can get to the solution to those problems. Those problems are not predicated by where you are right now. They're predicated by your mindset and where you're choosing to be. And it also has a lot to do with energy. Your energy, and well, I don't mean energy. I shouldn't have said energy. I mean frequency, right? Let's use the right word, frequency. Your frequency is what determines how well you're going to develop. And so I've grown and I've developed to that frequency. So I'm in that frequency state. And now, because I am in that frequency state, I want to help others to get to that frequency state. So if you want to get to that frequency state, then you need to join my mentorship program. And you need to come in so I can teach you exactly how to get to that frequency where, you come into this mentorship program and you begin to overcome a lot of those hurdles, right? You get to alleviate and eradicate all of those barriers in your life, because the barriers have a lot to do with where you are as far as your frequency. And if your frequency is not in alignment and you're still dealing with traumas of the soul, then these traumas are going to keep you held back. They're only going to keep you stifled. So the best thing for you to do is to remove that. Remove it immediately. You want to treat it like it's a cancer, right? It's very toxic to the body. We need to get to a point where we're alkaline. And when you're alkaline, you're flowing, you're in a good space, you're moving up in your energy, and you're looking to get to a space where you operate with joy. So there you have it. The best thing I can offer to you is to, come into this program. This Ain't My Life Masterclass. There'll be information about it in the comments below. And, begin to start working on elevating yourself, getting yourself into the proper space, because we as men, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this toxic pattern that we're in. We have to move past this point. And the only way to move past the point is to do something different. So it's time for you to do something different, time for you to take action. I'm your coach, I'm your mentor, BilalAlaji, and it's always an honor to speak with you. And until the next time, I'll talk with you then. Take care.